Hello everyone, welcome to the Mercury Virtuals. Hope you are doing good. Today's session is on Microsoft Office 2010. Let's just quickly recap of the previous classes. In the previous classes, we talked about the operating system, we talked about the computer fundamentals, that is computer organization, and we talked about the Windows, that is operating system, how to use the Windows, what is sticky notes, and what are the tools available to accept or reject the changes, what are the tools available to secure the Windows, and so on. So we talk about the operating system, computer organization, and the Windows part. And in the last class we talk about the number system, means how to do the calculations in the computer terms, means how to convert the computer languages into the binary languages. We also talked about the computer organization fundamentals again in the last class. That is, what is USB port, what is a hub, what is a switch, and so on. So today I'm going to start with a new topic, that is Microsoft 2010. And this is one of the important and the challenging topic that we covered. So Microsoft Office is divided into four parts. Microsoft Office is divided into four parts. First one is Word 2010, Excel 2010, PowerPoint 2010, and then Outlook 2010. And we will study all the four topics in the Microsoft 2010. So in Microsoft Office 2010, there are four parts: Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and Outlook. And we will study one by one in detail. Now, let's see the contents of the MS Office 2010. These are the contents of the Microsoft Office 2010. First of all, first chapter says sharing and maintaining document. In this chapter, we just take the overview of the views of a document, means what are the different views that we can use to show or to see the document. Then we also see about the how to protect a document. Suppose I'm doing my work in MS Word and I want it to protect with the passwords. So in this chapter we also study how to protect with the password in the MS Word. We also talk about managing different versions, how to share the document, how to save the document, how to apply a template to a document. Right. So these are the contents of the first chapter, and in second chapter we talk about the formatting contents, means what are the formatting contents, what are the formats available to show the contents of the Microsoft Word. In this, the topics include are how to apply a font, how to navigate from one page to another, and how to apply the indentation and tab settings to the paragraph. And also include how to create a table, how to manipulate the table, and how to apply the bullet to a document. And this is one of the important topic and the interesting topic, because table is one of the main tools that we use in the Microsoft Word 2010. Then apply page layout and reusable document, means how to use the page layout, how to use the page break, section break. Apply themes, means how to apply the themes, how to create and manipulate page background. And one of the important topic is create and modify headers and footer. And in fourth chapter we talk about the pictures, graphics, and so on. In fifth chapter we will talk about proofreading document, means how to use the spelling grammar. If there is any mistake of the spelling and grammar, the Word automatically checks for the spelling and grammar. Then in sixth chapter we use the hyperlink, means how to link the one application to the another application. In seventh chapter we talk about the mail merge operation, means how to use the mail merge in the MS Word. So these are the contents for the MS Word 2010 that I will start in the few 5 or 10 minutes. Then next topic includes Microsoft Excel 2010. In this there are multiple chapters. The first chapter includes managing the worksheet environment. means how to manage the environment of the worksheet, how to insert the page break, how to print the grid lines and the heading, and how to print the page headers and footers. And in second chapter we will talk about creating cell data, means how to create the cell data, how to autofill, how to fill a data series, and so on. And in third chapter we will talk about how to modify the cell, how to format the cell content, how to split the cells, how to merge the cells, this one, and how to create the row, how to hide or unhide the row and column. In fourth chapter, we will talk about how to manage the worksheet and workbook, means how to split, how to freeze the worksheet, how to manipulate the workbook. In fifth chapter, we will talk about how to apply the formula. There are so many formulas available in the MS Excel. So we use those formula for our calculation purpose. Then in sixth chapter includes how to present the data visually, means how to use the chart, plotting charts. So these all are contents of the MS Excel. And in seventh chapter that includes how to share the spreadsheet, how to saving the workbook. And in the last chapter, that is chapter 8, that includes how to analyze and organize the data in the Excel, means how to filter the data, like this one. First point is how to filter the data in the MS Excel 2007. Then in the last, that is the next part, that is Microsoft PowerPoint 2010. In this there are multiple chapters. First chapter is managing the PowerPoint environment, means how to manage the PowerPoint environment, how to use the PowerPoint, how to access the PowerPoint, what are the tools available, what are the toolbars available to show the quick access toolbar or PowerPoint environment. In second chapter, we will talk about creating a slide presentation, means how to create any slide presentation, how to insert the photo albums, how to apply the slide size, and how to add or remove slides in the presentation. This chapter also includes format text boxes. And in third chapter, that includes working with graphical and multimedia elements. This is one of the important chapter in MS PowerPoint 2010. And the topics includes are how to modify word art, how to manipulate the images, how to create the diagram, how to edit the video and audio contents, and so on. And the fourth chapter, next chapter, that includes creating chart and table, means how to create the chart and how to create the tables in the MS PowerPoint 2010. That includes how to manipulate, how to do the sizing and positioning elements. And see over here, after each topic, there is a practice task which you are supposed to do. Means you are supposed to do all the practice tasks so that you are able to understand in a practical way, more conveniently and more easily. Right. Fifth chapter includes applying transition and animations. Animation is basically a moving picture, means how to move the pictures in the PowerPoint. Like if you see any cartoon movies, there are different birds flying in the air, there are different clouds, and so on, means there are different birds which fly in the air, in the sky. So all these are flying movement, flying sharing are done by the animation, and this is done by the Microsoft PowerPoint 2010. Then the sixth chapter includes how to collaborate on presentation, means how to use the spelling and grammar checking, how to use the autocorrect option. Seventh chapter includes how to present the presentation for delivery, means finally we have done with the presentation, now I have to present that presentation for delivery and I have to prepare that presentation for delivery. So this chapter includes all the delivery components, means how to prepare the presentation and how to compress the data with the help of a document. Then eighth chapter includes how to deliver the presentation, means how to deliver and how to set up the slideshow with the help of the PowerPoint so that we can use the presentation in a better and convenient way. Then next chapter includes Microsoft Outlook 2010. That is basically used for sending and receiving the email from one person to the another person. So first chapter includes managing the Outlook environment. Means what is the Outlook environment? What is the interface of the Outlook? Then second chapter includes creating and formatting item contents. Means how to enter or how to edit the contents of the item in the Outlook. Third chapter includes how to managing the email messages. Means how to use the inbox, outbox and the sent items and so on. And fourth chapter includes how to manage the contacts. Means how to create the contacts in the Outlook 2010. Then fifth chapter includes how to manage the calendar objects, how to manage these activity in a private terms. Then sixth chapter includes working with tasks, notes and journal entries. So these are all contents for the Microsoft Office 2010. So Microsoft Office is divided into four parts. That first one is MS Word 2007, that is basically used for documentation purpose. For example, I want to write a letter to my friend. So I am able to do this task very easily with the help of the Microsoft Word 2010. And the next part of the Microsoft Office is Microsoft Excel 2010. That includes calculation. For example, I want to do the calculations in the MS Office. So I have to use the tool that is MS Excel 2010 for calculation. So now let's take the difference between all these terms. First of all, Word 2010, that is used for documentation purpose, for writing purpose. And the MS Excel is used for calculation purpose. Next part is PowerPoint 2010, that is used for giving the presentation, for making the slides, for making the presentation, so that you or me can present anywhere at any time. For example, in the last few classes, I show you the operating system Windows that is done by the PowerPoint 2010. So PowerPoint is basically used for giving the presentation, for showing the slides. And the last part, that is Outlook 2010, is used for managing the contact, that is using the email, how to mail from one person to the another offline. So Outlook is used for creating and using the email with the help of the Microsoft Office. So these are four parts, that is Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook 2010. Today I am going to start with the Microsoft Office, that is Microsoft Word 2010. Now let's start with the MS Word 2010. Microsoft, the short form for Microsoft is MS. So if I say Microsoft Word 2010 or if I say MS Word 2010, so both are the same thing. So let's start with the MS Word 2010. This is the main overview, main page of your book that includes Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook. Four parts: Word, Excel, PowerPoint and Outlook. So let's see one by one. Microsoft Word 2010. This part of the book covers the skill you need to have for certification as a Microsoft Office specialist in Microsoft Word 2010. And these all chapters are there in the MS Word 2010. First one is sharing and maintaining document. Second one is formatting content. Third one is applying page layout and reusable content. Fourth one is including illustrations and graphics in a document. Next one is proofreading document. Next one is applying references and hyperlink. And the last one is performing mail merge operations. Now let's start with some overview of the MS Word 2010. Then after doing some basic things of the MS Word, I'm going to start with sharing and maintaining document. But before this, I want to talk about some basics of the MS Word 2010. So starting with the first topic, that is selecting text. Means how to select the text, with the help of the keyboard, that is selecting text. Before you can edit or modify format text, you need to select it. You can select any amount of text by dragging through it. You can select specific unit of text as follows. Means this line says you can select any number of text. Like if I am selecting this one, I can drag and select. So this is the selection part. But if you want to select a specific units, then these steps are followed. First of all, to select a word, double click on it. For example, I want to select the word space. Just double click on it and the word will be selected. So set first point says to select a word, double click it. The word and the space following it are selected. Punctuations following a word is not selected. Second point says to select a sentence, click anywhere in the sentence while holding down the control key. Means if I want to select any sentence, first point says any word. Next, now second point says any sentence. So this says click anywhere in the sentence while holding down the control key. Let's say example, I am holding down the control key and selecting the sentence. So this is the sentence I have selected, right? Then how to select a paragraph? Triple click it. Means if I want to select this paragraph, just using the keyboard mouse we can drag and select. But if I'm not using the mouse, I can use with the help of the keyboard also. So just simply select a paragraph, triple click on it. So if I triple click on it, a whole paragraph will be selected, right? You can select adjacent words, lines or paragraph by positioning the cursor at the beginning you want to select, holding down the shift key and then pressing the arrow keys or clicking at the end of the document you want to select. Means if you want to select the words, contiguous words or the adjacent words, means if you want to select this, you can select these lines. So simply press the shift key and the arrow key like this one. So this will select word by word, character by character. But I press shift plus right arrow keys. There are 4 arrows on the keyboard. One is up arrow, then right arrow, left arrow and the bottom arrow. That is down arrow, means up, down, left, right. So simply press the shift key and the right key. So character by character, lines will be selected. Right. These are the adjacent words, lines or paragraph. But if you want to select non-adjacent blocks of text, means one word is this, words, one word is you. If I want to select words, word and the you word. So select the first block, hold down the control key and then select the next block. Suppose if I want to select this one. First one, select, now hold down the control key. Now I select this one. Like this. Clear? Now next point says to select a body of text quickly you can use the selection area, the empty area to the left of the document text column. When the pointer is in the selection area, it changes from an I-beam to a right positioning arrow. From the selection area you can select specific units of text as follows. Means to select a line, click in the selection area to the left of the line. Select a paragraph, double click. Select the entire document, triple click anywhere in the selection area. And to deselect text, click anywhere in the document except the selection area. Now let's see with the help of the table. These are the key combination which I am going to use. So first one is left arrow. Left arrow means this moves the cursor left one cursor at a time. Means if I press left arrow key, then it moves one character at a time and it goes from right to the left. Let's see practically. Suppose my cursor is here, and if I press left arrow key, this. So character by character, this goes from right to left, this one. Right? And next one says right arrow, write one character at a time. Means if I press right arrow key, it moves from left to the right, character by character. So this shows that if I press right arrow keys, it will go character by character to the right, means from left to right. So left and right arrow is clear. Now down arrow. Down arrow represents down one line at a time. If I press down arrow, it will move from one line to the another in a down position. Means the cursor moves from up to the down in the next line, like this one. Clear? Next one says up arrow. Up arrow means like this one. If I press up, so this will go from bottom to the top. So down arrow means from top to the bottom, and the up arrow is used for bottom to the top. Means if my cursor is at the end of the line, and if I move from ending to the top, so I press up arrow and I move from down to the top position. Then next one says control plus left arrow. Left one word at a time. This means if I press control plus, means along with the control key, if I press left arrow key, then it moves the cursor from left word at a time. Means from the right to left, it moves from one word at a time. But in the previous, in the left arrow, right arrow, down arrow and up arrow, this shows the character position. Means character are moving from one place to another. But in this one, control plus left arrow, this shows that it left one word at a time. Let's see the example. Suppose if I press control plus left arrow, so this shows that cursor moves to the beginning of the word from the right to the left. I press control plus left arrow. Right. Now if I press control plus left arrow, this goes to the beginning of the word W. This one. T, beginning of the T, beginning of the I, beginning of the C, beginning of the D, and so. Right. And the next one says control plus right arrow. Write one word at a time. Means this places or moves the cursor from the left to the right. Right. Let's see. If my cursor is here, if I press control plus right arrow, so this goes from left to the right, but the same scenario, same condition, means the cursor is placed at the beginning of the word, beginning of the character of the word, like this one. Clear? So the main difference between control plus left arrow is that it moves from the left to the, it moves from the right to the left, and with the help of control plus right arrow, it moves from the left to the right. Now next key is home. It indicates that it moves the cursor to the beginning of the current line. This is the most important part, current line. Current line means where my cursor is in at the place. Suppose my cursor is over here, and if I press home key is available on the keyboard. So if I press home key, This means cursor move from this place to the starting, that is at the starting of the line. So this one says to the beginning of the current line. Suppose my cursor is over here, right? If I press home key, so my cursor is at the starting of the U. And if my cursor is over here, if I press home key, my cursor is at the starting of the left. So means about this line, if my cursor is anywhere in this line, if I press home key, so my cursor is placed at the beginning of the current line, not only in the another line, but only in the current line. Next is end key. End key indicates and to the end of the current line. Suppose my cursor is over here, right? If I press end key is also available on the keyboard. So my cursor is at the end of the current line only. Suppose my cursor is over here. So if I press which key? End key. So it places the cursor to the end, like over here, this one. Now let's see example. If I press end key, my cursor is over here. If I press end key, my cursor is over here. Suppose I am in the first line, and if I press end key, so my cursor is at the end of the current line. Just remember that is the end of the current line, not in any other line. Then there is another key, that is control plus home key. It moves the cursor to the beginning of the document. Means in a document there are multiple pages. Let's example, this document contains only 2 pages, one of 2. In MS Word, you can make any number of pages in MS Word 2007. And in this example, there are only 2 pages. This is the status bar. This shows that page 1 of 2. Means 1 of 2 means there are 2 pages, and currently I am on the page 1. So there are 2 pages, and suppose my cursor is over here on the next page. If I press control plus home key, means this key. So this moves the cursor to the beginning of the document. Beginning of the document means at the starting of the first page from where the document starts. So now let's see the example. My cursor is over here, that is on second page. Now if I press control plus home key, press the control key, and along with the control key press the home key. Now let's see, this is the where my cursor is. My cursor blink over here, means at the beginning of the document, that is 1 of 2. Now let's see again. Suppose my cursor is over here in the next page, that is page 2 of 2. Here, right? This is blinking. If I press control plus home key, as you see, my cursor is blinking over here, means at the 1 of 2, at the beginning of the document. Beginning of the document means at the starting of the first page, at the starting of the first page of the document. Next, I think this is clear to everyone. Next is control plus end key. This says this moves the cursor to the end of the document. Means if suppose my cursor is at the first page and my document contains 5 pages, so my cursor moves from the first page to the last page, that is the 5th page, and at the end of the line, means if there are 13 lines, at the end of the 13 line my cursor blinks. Let's example, in this there are 2 pages and my cursor is over here. If I press control plus end key, so it moves the cursor at the end of the document, that is page 2 of 2 at the end. Afterwards there is no line, means at the ending of the document. So the main difference is clear, I think. Control plus home key moves the cursor to the beginning of the document. Control plus end key moves the cursor to the end of the document. Clear? Next is control plus page up. Page up is a key that is available on the keyboard. This says this moves the cursor to the beginning of the previous page. Beginning of the previous page means suppose if I am on the second page, so it moves the cursor to the beginning of the first page, because prior to second there is a first page, so this is the previous page for the second page. Suppose my cursor is over here, anywhere in the second page. If I press Ctrl plus page up, so it moves the cursor to the beginning of the previous page. As first page is the previous page for the second and beginning is over here, so this shows that Ctrl plus page up begins the or take the cursor from the end to the starting. Then there is another key, that is Ctrl plus page down. This moves the cursor to the beginning of the next page. Suppose my cursor is at the first page, and if I press Ctrl plus page down, so it moves the cursor from the first page to the second page, but at the beginning of the next page. This is the most important. Beginning means at the starting of the next page. Let's see example. Suppose my cursor is over here. If I press this one, see this 1 of 2 means at the first page. If I press Ctrl plus page down, so my cursor is at the second page but at the beginning of the document. Right, my cursor is blinking over here. Page 2 of 2. Then second last key is page up. It shows that it moves the cursor up one screen. Means if my cursor is over here in the second page, this is the second page, if I press only page up, so it moves the cursor over previous page, that is page 1. If I again press page up, at the top at the starting of the document. Page down one screen at a time. If I press down, page down means this one, this one, this one at the end of the line. So these are the shortcut keys if there is no mouse available. Suppose my mouse is not working, so I am not able to do the task. But if I know all these keys, left arrow, right arrow, down arrow, I can use it and make the work easier with without using the mouse, with the use of the keyboard. So these are the keys combination. I am repeating these keys for you. First one is left arrow. This moves the cursor left one character at a time. One character means character by character, from right to the left. Right arrow means right one character at a time, means it moves the cursor from left to the right but one character at a time. Next one is down arrow. Down arrow means it downs the correct lines one by one if I press the down arrow keys. Then there is a up arrow. It moves the arrow one line at a time in the up position, in the top position. Then Control plus left arrow, it left one character, one word at a time. So all these are keys used for the character, and then Control plus left arrow used for the line purpose, for the word purpose. Control plus right arrow means write one word at a time, not character. This is the one word. Then there are two keys, home and end. Home places the cursor to the beginning of the current line, while end places the cursor to the end of the current line. So this is the main difference, at the beginning of the current line and at the end of the current line. Then Control plus page up is used to move the cursor to the beginning of the previous page, and Control plus page down is used to move the cursor to the beginning of the next page. Previous page means where I am working, and the previous of that is previous page. For example, if I am working on a page second, then the previous page is page number 1. If I am working on a page number 1, then the next page is page number 2. Page up means up one screen at a time. Page down means down one screen at a time. So these are the keys combination which moves the cursor from one places to the another places. Now let's see this one, this paragraph. Moving around in a document. You can view various parts of the active document by using the vertical and horizontal scroll bars. Scrolling the document. This is a scroll bar. This one. If I scroll this one, this one. So this is the scroll bar. Scrolling the document does not move the cursor. It changes only the part of the document. It does not change the cursor, but it changes the part of the document. For example, if you drag the vertical scroll box down to the bottom of the scroll bar, the end of the document comes into view, but the cursor stays in its original location. So this paragraph says if you scroll from up to the down, bottom to the top, so that only scroll the screen but does not scroll the cursor. So if I want to scroll the cursor, I can use the combination of the keys. Here are some ways to use the scroll bar. Click the up or down scroll arrow on the vertical scroll bar to move the document window up or down one line of text. For example, this one. So this moves from line to line, right? If I press down arrow, so this moves from line to line. But if I press this one, so this moves from screen to screen. And this moves from line to line. Next point says click above or below the scroll box to move or down one window full. Next point says click the left or right arrow scroll on the horizontal scroll bar to move the document window to the left or right several characters at a time. Click the left or right of the scroll box to move left or right one window full. So you can move around in a document by moving the cursor. You can click to place the cursor at a particular location, or you can press a key or key combination to move the cursor. The following table shows the keys and keys combination you can use to move the cursor quickly. So all these are combination which I discussed with you. These are the keys combination which will be used to move the cursor. So this is the just overview of the MS Word 2010. This is not the starting of the Word 2010. This is just an overview of the 2010. Now I'm going to start with the first topic, that is sharing and maintaining document. Means how to share and how to maintain the different documents. Document means more than one document at one time. So let's take 5 to 10 minutes break and come back and starting with the topic sharing and maintaining document.
रिकॉर्डिंग हो जाएगी।
And if you want to zoom to a specific magnification, on the view shortcut toolbar, drag the zoom slider. On the view tab, in the zoom tab, click the 100%, 1 page, 2 pages, or the page width button. Now, let's see the first topic, that is sharing and maintaining document. In this we study about the applying different views to a document, like this one. How to apply different views to a document, how to switch between different views. There are multiple views available and you can switch from one view to the another view. On the view tab in the document window, click the print layout, full screen, reading view, web layout view, outline view, and draft view. Means there are multiple views available in the screen and you can show these views or you can use these views to show the different views. There are 5 views. First one is print layout view, then full screen reading view, web layout view, outline view, and draft view. In the lower right on the view shortcut toolbar, click the print layout view, full screen view, web layout view, outline view, or the draft view. So first one is working in the print layout view. If you want to use the print layout view, just simply click on this one, print layout. This is the full screen, like this one. This is the web layout view. This is the outlining view. And this is the last one is the draft view. So working in print layout view displays a document on the screen the way as it looks when it is printed. So this is the print layout view. And full screen view means you can display the content with the help of the full screen in a full screen reading view. There are multiple options like this one, full screen, this. There are view options, view buttons. There are multiple like save option. This is the save option, print preview, tools available, text highlight color, insert comments. There are multiple view options also available like this one. Then what is a web layout view? This is the web layout view that we will show when it is used in the web browser. And then outlining view means just outlining the main contents. So this is the outlining view, just outlining the main contents of the part. To display or hide in an outline view means how to display or hide the buttons. So this is the outline view. There is a draft view, means how to show in the draft button. This is the draft view. And then how to modify the program window. These are the ruler buttons. If you want to use the ruler button, you can use it. If you want to use the grid lines, you can use it. If you want to use the navigation pane, This is the navigation field, so you can use it. And if you want to magnify the document content, simply go over here. This is the slider, zoom slider. You can slide from one page to the another place. And you can also use this one. So this is the zoom out, this is the zoom in. Zoom out and zoom in. Like this one. If you want to zoom in a 10%, just click on it. This is a 10% increment, like 140, 150, 160, 160, 150 and so on. 10 decrement, 10 increment. Last one topic is splitting a document window. Means how to split a document window. Just simply drag the split bar from the top of the vertical scroll bar to the location where you want to split the window. Like this one. If I want to split the window, this will be splitted. So this is the splitted part. Like this one. To remove a split, simply double click on it and it will remove. So that's all for today. In the next class, that is tomorrow class, we will discuss 1.2, that is apply protection to a document. Right. So that's all. Any doubt, anyone? So you can text the doubt and I will answer you.